What's good, guys? I hope you're well. This is on the same day that I'm filming the BMW progress video with the spray painting. We're filming an update for the Lemons car. So, as you can see, the full suspension axles are stripped front and back. Basically, what we're doing is we're replacing the front hubs, bearings, CVs, and the full brakes. And then at the back, we are replacing shoes, drums, and bearings and stub axles, which is this thing right here where the bolt goes there. So basically we're just doing this because around Killarney it takes a lot of strain on the suspension and mainly the knuckles, etc. So yeah, we are busy with that. And we discovered something when we were working on this side right here, that the CV on this side was finger tight and a half turn on. So when Heine took this off, all he did was that and the whole nut came off. It's supposed to be like a few threads on. Let me get rid of all this extra stuff sitting on the control arms. They're supposed to be like very far on, and I think there's supposed to be a split pin. I'm not too sure, but yeah, basically we're busy with that. And as you can see, my Mark 1 has studs, or Tinus and I's Mark 1 has studs. These basically aren't pressed in, they are threaded in, I do believe. Yes, they are. So we have to remove these. We've already done the rear over there. The studs are sitting inside. We're going to put some copper slip on there and then put them in. The ball joints are also a bit loose. Ideally we would want those replaced. But the passenger mirror is now on the car. I don't know in the last video if all the windows were done, but the back windows are done now. They just need a bit more sicker flex in some places. The knacker duct is in. We've got a tether for the key. I don't know. There, you can see there's a tether for the key so we don't lose it. We're still busy with the wiring problem. We've got the new kill switch because we fixed the wiring problem somewhat. Let me open the bonnet here for us quickly. So, main thing you'll notice when the bonnet opened, we now have a slam panel at the front which has been riveted in to basically divert air directly to there. You guys have seen that. We've seen the fuel pressure regulator, you've seen the battery box lid. What haven't you guys seen? I suppose it might be here at the front, what you guys haven't seen. I don't know if you can see it through there. There you can see it. We put on side covers for the radiator on the inside, and we've replaced that bolt because it was stripped. So we just did bolts all around on the front engine mount. We also made a mounting system for the oil cooler. As you can see there, it's now mounted to the top as well. There's still a piece of plastic in this car. That can come out. So yeah, this mirror's on. That mirror has been replaced, but not with good glass. It was replaced with like a plexiglass kind of, but it's a mirror effect. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to replace that regardless. But yeah, that's where we are for now. We are busy with that. I've got all the spares. I'll give you guys a rundown of what we've bought for the car. Front bumper will be sprayed orange as well. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't think so. But the plexi is in and the holes have been drilled at the back. Third brake light is on. It's looking mint. So we are back. It is now Tuesday. And my friend, or Heine and William, they installed the rear stub axles and they've stripped it. We just gave it a rough clean now with some brake cleaner. We've put shims in on the back axles so that it can get more angle on the left hand side. Obviously you want that for Killarney. You can see Mr. William giving this side a clean. Oh, you cleaned yours better than mine. You can go back to my side. So yeah, we're just giving that a clean. Then we still need to do the front. As you guys know, the CVs are stripped here. We must still get the hubs out. Take out the studs on the side, but you can see here it's definitely necessary to do hubs and bearings on the front. The back was also very necessary. I'll go inside and show you. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you guys everything, but we are doing front and rear bearings, stub axles at the back, hubs at the front, drums and shoes on the back, discs and pads on the front, and we're doing inner and outer CVs on the front as well, just because everything needs to be fresh for the race so that we know that we won't have weak spots from the previous owner. Not saying that there is anything wrong, but you know, just for peace of mind, we'll keep what we have as spares and we'll buy one set of everything brand new for spares as well. So here we have everything. Excuse the mess. Here are our discs, ventilator discs from a Mark III GTI, not solid, from a Mark 1. Brake fluid, gearbox fluid. Here are our DS2500 racing pads, much better than stock pads. Then in there we've got the front hubs. I don't know, packet's not behaving. Over here we've got more gearbox oil and some other random spares. Over there we have inner and outer CVs, some brake fluid. There's the paint for the front bumper. And then here we have our Feroda racing brake shoes. Not that I think they'll be used much, but I mean, yeah, it should be better than what we have. Then, as you guys may know, Mark 1 comes with studs. Comes with wheel bolts, not studs. So, our race car, then converted to studs, it's just much safer. So, we've pressed in, these are the new shoes at the back. We've pressed in new bearings, front and back. We've put in the studs with some copper slip, and then we put some lithium grease just so that the wheel spaces at the back don't get seized on. So both sides are done there. That's what we're using on the face there. We used a 35-ton press to hold this in place while we press all the bushes and everything. Well, not bushes, I think they're collars in there. So yeah, we are hopefully, well, we don't have a rear fitting kit. We don't have a rear fitting kit for the rear brake shoes, so I still need to get that. But that's pretty much the back buttoned up. We can start getting the front off. I actually don't know how to take off the front hubs, so that will be very interesting. Like I said, we've got new CVs. I'll show you guys the old CVs here, which they come with new boots apparently. So here's the short, which is the passenger side drive shaft with the CVs on. Definitely seen better days. So yeah, we're going to be putting in all new hardware over here, just to, so that for peace of mind that we know everything is 100%. So guys, we're back. We did some work on the Mark 1 this evening. It's now Friday after work is done. So while Dylan was working this afternoon, I took out the driver's side knuckle. As you know, the passenger side was already out. So this knuckle goes with that drive shaft. So basically, we put in new bearings here, new circlips, front and back. We need to put on new lower ball joint bolt and nut. We pressed out the power steering rack, what's it called? It's not a pinion, this thing in my body. Whatever this is called, the name has slipped me now. As you can see, it's completely stripped at the bottom and I can move it with my finger. It's never a good thing. All the rubbers are perished, so you need to go get new ones of these. Then, aside from doing this on both knuckles, there's the other knuckle. I'm pressing both of the ball joints, so this is driver side. Let me not get confused, that goes there. This goes with this one. We have prepped both drive shafts, taken off the old CVs. We've put on the driver's side outer CV, still need to do the inner. We've almost put on, I suppose we can put on that one, the outer CV. But basically, all we have left to do is put on the hubs and then they can go back in the car. But as you can see, the hubs we got supplied with way too small. So I must go tomorrow morning. We're going to be working on the BMW tomorrow. So we're going to go tomorrow morning and get that swapped. But you know, the rear hubs are prepped, studs, lithium grease, and bearings inside and outside, both of them. Here's the old hub. We just took out the studs on them. So those can technically go in the scrap right now. Here's all of our junk. What must still be done once this is back on the car, we need to do the rear brake shoes, which I now have the fitting kit for. So there's that. And then the front brakes can be done. But we need to replace one or two of these. Let me just show you guys the example. Give me a second. So this is what, although dirty, good one looks like. If you watch that thread at the top, is it focusing? Then we took out this one, completely smooth, like barely any, where's, listen here, barely any thread left on this. So I don't know actually where we're going to get these, but they probably sell them in a set of 4. So if we replace one side, we might as well replace both sides. I think they're from G&A Motorsport. I think it's like 270 Rand a side, which isn't bad. But next on the agenda is gearbox oil, which we have here. We've gone for the Motul 75W90 SAE transmission fluid. Then we must also do brake fluid on the car, which I've been told gearbox and brake fluid is both 1 liter a piece. What we have in this bag of goodies, more brake fluid on the Mark 1 is 3 liters, gearbox oil is 1 liter, and there's just some white duct tape. I've shown you guys this already, but we have the DS2500 racing pads, pretty neat, definitely a big upgrade of what we have. But yeah, straight up, it was pretty easy. I just using by hand, loosening the driver side CV joint. It was just spinning and spinning and spinning. So I just popped on the impact gun and it came loose straight away. So we are going to be, I believe, reusing these as they're nicer and they look stronger than what came with the car or with the new CVs. So we probably need to soak those. Before we leave, let's just put it in some tobacco rust, all of those studs and stuff. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow to fit that. And I don't know how to do drums at all. So the brake shoes, I have to leave that for our worker Heini. But once that's in the new hubs, I can get that sorted, no problem. But yeah, we are also going to be continuing spraying tomorrow in the BMW, checking what's been sprayed already, and respraying if anything needs to happen, or more coats of white. Otherwise, we'll be moving on to the doors, the 2 doors that I've got in the boot. But yeah, for the Mark 1, that's where we are. This can come out. This is what it's supposed to look like. That's how thin the ones we got were. So they're both flush on the one side, that's how thin they are. As you can see, when you remove them, the one side of the bearing comes with. Interesting fact, these are Mark 1 Golf hubs, but the reason they upgrade them is because look how thin the wall of that is, look how thick the wall of this is. So we bought Mark 1 Golf bearings, didn't fit, way too big. And then we bought Jetta GTI Mark or Golf GTI Mark 3, also didn't fit. Turns out the bearings in the hubs are from a V8 Passat, I believe a Mark 1. So apparently much thicker, much stronger, that's why they do it. So I believe the hubs would also be from a V8 Passat, I assume. So let's hope we can come right with that tomorrow. And we're pretty much on the home stretch. After this is all done, we need to obviously bed the car in on the brakes, make sure everything works properly, make sure the CVs are greased properly, and then we need to do the timing service and the driver side engine mount, which will all happen at the same time. Same time we do that, we'll replace the crank bolt and the belt. So yeah, just need to make sure everything is 100% in check for the race, but it's coming along nicely. Before this afternoon, I was a bit stressed that we were leaving it a bit late because it is now T-minus 1 month and 2 weeks, so 6 weeks. So yeah, it's quite stressful to leave it this late. We wanted this to be done a week ago. We wanted to do a race this past weekend. The team has been a driver, but unfortunately, one of our crane trucks broke, so the mechanic who works for us, he has to work a lot of overtime. He doesn't get time to work on the car. So I step up And yeah, my limited knowledge, I'm doing what I can. But I'll take you guys tomorrow morning. What's up, guys? So it is Saturday morning, continuing on from yesterday. We got the correct hubs. The bearings we knew were from a Passat V8, which I believe it's called the Passat 4. I'm assuming that's a Mark 1. So we've got the first one pressed in, all nicely done. I just need to put the studs in. So as you can see there, it spins quite nicely. So that's perfectly fine. I must just do the other side. Then we got this CV on, perfectly fine. So that CV is on, we can strap it up, just do the inner CV. This is the outer CV. We must just do the inner CV. And we've tested that the spline on the CVs fit the Passat V8 hubs. No, not that one of these. We used the entire tube. They're the old ones. There you can see VW Golf / Jetta 1. So it's not a Jetta 1, it's not a Jetta 3. It's a Passat V8 bearing and hub with Mark III GTI brakes, front and back GTI brakes, and Mark 1 stub axles at the back with Mark 1 knuckles. So yeah, it's kind of a Frankenstein build, but we just need to get the inner CVs done. They came with really nice gaskets as well. Let me turn the camera around. We've put all of this stuff in anti-rust overnight. Evapor-Rust works like a charm. That's how all of these are perfectly fine. Dylan's put all of it in anti-rust when he started working here. But that's besides the point. So this is done. I must just do the studs in here, and then these can go back on the car. But the CVs must go in first. So yeah, need to get that done. We're busy outside with E36, but I still don't know how to put these on. So yeah, that's it for now. So yeah, like I said, it all fits. Can give you guys, let me just take this off. It's actually pretty easy work. I always thought I was really going to struggle with this stuff, but it's not too bad. Let me put this on the floor, and you guys can get a good view of it. So we put that down, and there we go. You see, fits in perfectly, but obviously, yeah, no, this is the right side, so never mind. So this would be the passenger side. So yeah, that's gone swimmingly. Really happy. Heine just popped him in. He only got home from work at 1 a.m. and then he had to be back at work at 5 a.m. He's a champion, but just helped me now press that in. So yeah, let me continue with the other side, do the studs, and we'll see where we go from there. We've got it between these two, the hub. Then you put the bearing with the knuckle on here. But you press on the bearing, not the outside. Otherwise, the bearing will pop out. So, we just need to copy the exact same distance. There you can see it takes, I think, about 3 tons of force before it starts moving down. But there you go. You can see it slowly moving down. I didn't buy new bolts for that. I just realized. As you can see here, spins perfectly fine. Let's work just like this. So the reason we're doing this, I'm sure this stuff before, well, the bearings were gone, but we could have reused the hubs, but they recommended for endurance racing and racing, because it's a new to us car, just replace the bearings, hubs and CVs. Which I'm glad we did, because we have found that both front bearings need to be done. The CVs were completely loose. So here's where it starts going up to 3 tons of force. Let's just compare. Okay, so that needs to be the same height. I believe that. There we go. That's in. So now we just loosen here. And that is perfect. Just like that. Just like this. Muy man. So, just took these out the evaporust, gave them a quick brush off on the bottom threads there. They look much better already. So, I just need to put some copper anti-slip on the base there. Then I can get them into there. So, yeah, copper anti-slip. I need to find that. So I'm back now. They're busy sanding the BMW stuff. I got some copper compound, which now, where did I put the studs? I don't know. Oh, in there. So basically you just put the copper compound on the bottom and you slot it in there. So I'm going to do the first one now quickly. Get that bad boy all prepped and in. I don't know how we're going to compress it, because if you put too much pressure, it's going to push the bearing in. So yeah. Let's just see how that goes. Just dip it in there, twist it around, use your finger, and then you just put it in there. Then once these are all in and fuss, then we put lithium grease on here so that the brake discs don't seize onto here. Or in, brake discs, then spacers. So now all the studs are in and tightened. And I've put lithium grease on there. So this is ready for the driver's side, which is the long one. That one goes there. Now I just need to do this bad boy. Tighten all of these things up here. And we should be good to go. Run the same process on this one, copper and lithium grease. So it's just to prevent the stuff sticking and seizing on there. So both hubs are done now. Tightened in, copper slip on the studs, lithium grease on the faces. Now I'm gonna get working on the CVs. So I'll keep you guys posted on that, but it shouldn't be too difficult. So I had a fight with the CV boot and I won. So it's greased inside and out, circlips on, boot on, that side's on, must just be tightened. So now I just got to do that side. Then we should be good, not too bad. So we just put in the CVs and the hubs on both sides. We can't get the tie rods tight for some reason. You have to get the impact in there, but CVs have been done. They're tight here, those are tight. Need to put in the lower ball joints, but CVs need to be tightened first, so let's rather get that sorted. But yeah, we're done for the day. We managed to sort out the hubs completely with the studs and get everything sorted. So yeah, we're further than we were before. Must still put in the rear brakes. Car must go for its decals soon, but yeah. This was the most difficult side with the CV, obviously being the long side. So this side as well, everything's tight except for that and the ball joint at the bottom. Need to get a new nut for the ball joint, as you can see there. But I was going to put on the discs, but we still need to tighten the CV boots. So yeah, we'll leave that for now. But I would call that a successful day on the Mark 1 and the E36. E36 we didn't get much done, there's no thinners, so couldn't finish or spray anything today, unfortunately. Back windows must still get more Sika flex on them. Front windows are done. Passenger mirrors fixed, but I think we must get a glass for it, so it's a bit warped. So yeah, ready for the front brakes, which I know very well how to do. I'm tired, but we keep on keeping on.